Hi all, Spence Platt here. Welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I am a mixed media artist and I'm here to take you through my process. So thanks for checking it out and coming along for the ride, and let's roll those titles. So step one, photography. About a year ago, I started using my photography as a canvas for my paintings. So combined the love of photography with my love for painting, and it's given some more depth, I think, to my artwork. So that's step one. Today we're going to use a picture that I took in Santa Clara of kind of a beaten down, worn out house as my backdrop for my painting. So put that somewhere around here. So step two is printing it out on a piece of cardstock. I really take down the opacity and usually make a lot of eraser marks and just kind of leave the photo as just a slight canvas so that I can use it as like a blueprint for the overall drawing. So let's see where this picture takes us, where the inspiration goes, and let's get to the drawing board, see what we can come up with. So that's kind of step three. I let the house in this particular one kind of be a character, so I didn't really do much. I'll get more into that when I start inking it and using colored pencils and stuff. But I just kind of focused on creating two characters, kind of creepy characters, to go along with the creepiness of the house. We'll go from there to the next step, which is kind of inking and maybe dropping some markers and some colored pencils and stuff, just for different textures and looks. So, all right, let's go back to the artboard. So step number 4, I think that was. We have the inks done. We've got the markers done. There's some colored pencil in there. The next step is watercolors. Watercolors will sometimes wipe out some of the pencils, but usually ends up leaving a pretty cool effect. So next step is watercolors. Let's see where we can take these creepy guys. So at this point, my painting could be a finished product. I can take a picture with my cell phone, do a little bit of digital editing, Snapseed. I really like to bump the saturation before I post it. But right now I could have a cool Instagram post and even make a cool canvas print out of it. But lately I've been liking to take it a step further. So while it's drying, I have an 11 by 14 piece of cardboard, which I'll put a coat of paint on and put some texture and just get something cool for a backdrop for that. So let's keep going and let's get this board painted. So before the next step, we have to wait for both of them to dry. Just kidding, we'll just fast forward. Okay, so it's dry enough to start ripping, and I'll tell you the first time that I tore one of my paintings up, it gave me a little bit of anxiety, but I've been doing it now for a little bit, and the results have been cool. So I haven't ripped one in a way that I don't like it, but let's start ripping. I kind of rip around the outside first to give the whole tattered look around the outside. And then I decide where else I want to rip after that point. So, actually right now, the top, I didn't do a lot of painting up there, so I can rip the top of that off. Okay, so we got kind of the outside ripped. Now we see what else we want to rip. Don't need that. Then I think I have to kind of tear in the middle here. I want to tear underneath the windowsill. And so we got two pieces, overlap one way or the other. And I think I'll take a piece on the side here and kind of rip it down. I don't know how much of him I'll rip. 5 feet. All right, so it's got 3 pieces, and those will go back together on that. So next step is to do some gluing, which I have to go outside for. So I'll be back. All right, so gluing's done. I used this 3M Super 77 from Home Depot. It's pretty messy, that's why I didn't take my phone out there. I will do that on another video when I got some help. I did a little more tearing, and then I overlap, and when I overlap, I also shift from side to side or up or down, depending on what I think works composition-wise. I'm pretty happy with where it's at so far. Next step is I will go in with some acrylics and sometimes use these things called gelatos, which makes me think of ice cream. But I think I might use this one on this one and put some acrylics on here and see where it goes. So let's keep going. So a couple more steps. One, sign your artwork. People like it when you sign your artwork. I tend to forget and get in trouble for that one, so sign your artwork. 2, I then put a coat of acrylic gel medium over the top. If you haven't used this stuff before and you go paint it on, you're gonna be like, don't worry, it dries clear. It'll be all right. But it kind of like, I think it kind of seals the art, saves, and kind of makes the colors pop a little bit too, which is nice because I really like to try to bring out the bright colors in my art. So I like the stuff. This stuff is Handy Art, found out Amazon. Anyways, next 2 steps, and then we'll come back for the digital edit. Alright, so it's dried. It's ready for a frame, which I'll do in just a second. I've taken a picture of it so we can digitally edit it. That'll be the next step. I will try to do a screen capture of how I use Snapseed, and then we will be done. We'll have the digital edit and the framed piece of artwork. So let's do the screen capture. That does it, right? I got the digital version we can now post to Instagram. We got the frame version so people can check out how cool it will look on a wall. And then we just got one more step, which I believe is like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for being part of my first YouTube video. Thank you so much. See you next time.